Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Adoree Jackson on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Jalen Hyatt was the intended target. But it's going to be second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game. Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Throwing Jones. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 60 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output. On his touches this week, he should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
3 yards is half of what they need, and now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is caught. He will have the conversion and more than that. The fake punt works to absolute perfection. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And when they fake it, maybe they're not looking for a touchdown here, probably just a first down. They got a little more than they bargained for.
Exactly right, because that's all you're aiming for. Pick up the first down, get your offense back on the field. Instead, the offense doesn't have to worry about it because they got 6 on that play.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 63 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now Jones. Left side, he's got Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this one to Pittman. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season, with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. There's Robinson showing the flash, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And motion left goes a tight end. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Off the option, here's Robinson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, 15-0 here in the 1st quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jackson now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down 15-0 here already, needing to jumpstart this offense. 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. On 1st down, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, Jones. He'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, it's Robinson. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On Third down, Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he is going to have a Commander's first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. You talk about this giant defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Robinson up the middle. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. (15-0) our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Robinson with another carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 115 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise. Too.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. So the false start will back them up 5. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Roses to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out come the Giants. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And I think the ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This now a third and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 2nd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. There's McLaurin. What a catch. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Back to throw now on 1st down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Looking to throw. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles.
Touchdown! Logan Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this 1st half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. New York set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown, and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
They run with Thomas. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Logan Thomas on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Rosas good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants going to take over again on offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Back to throw. Jones. He finds him again. Saquon Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Completed to Hyatt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. High throw, but the catch is made. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Cheap followers on streamboot.com. Remove.
They'll throw now on the final play. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here is Washington now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it to Thomas. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Oh, some strong running. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
19, Tiger, 19.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is no good. He missed it. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
Jones now throwing to start the drive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Back to throw. Jones. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones, a short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. In motion, Slayton. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Hold everything, because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Jones. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now 2nd and 3. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll run again here with Robinson. A nice little juke. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Boy, 192 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run with Robinson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Zach Ertz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger. That one a first down pickup of 8. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Handoff now to Robinson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On the give, here's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch, and they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Odell Beckham. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll let Robinson try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jones on 1st down.
On the slant, complete to Bellinger.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
Another pass complete to Bellinger.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Gets past one man, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Gano the extra point as as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense.
He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Again, it's Robinson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
They juked him. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 41. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Robinson on a give right side.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And quickly they get to the line.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. They go play action here on first down. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on second and long. Jones throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Looking to throw. Jones. He has Hyatt over the middle. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
2nd down and 3.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
They're going to look to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Another try for Barkley. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Back to throw. Jones toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Giants. Harris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Robinson with another carry. Shoves him away. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Ertz has it left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Commanders, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.